here, as usual, 7 p.m. on London time on Twitch, YouTube, and our Facebook group, We Share Abundance Publicly, with any updates and information we have on We Share Abundance and associated programs. We Share Abundance is a cloud nation. We are the United States of the world, and we have our own economy, treasury, social services, and we're building our industry to stimulate our economy and make our currency valuable and in demand for the benefit of all, especially citizens of United States of the world. We share abundance. We accept people from every location. That's why we are the United States of the world. Doesn't matter what continent, country you're from, doesn't matter what your background is, doesn't matter what your social status is, your color, class, creed, knowledge base, educational level, financial status, gender. None of it matters because we're a non-separatist organization. We just see people as human beings, everybody equal. We recognize that everybody is unique and has something unique, therefore, to bring to our community and should be treated with equal respect and love, and they are. Some people think we're a business opportunity. We're not. We are a community, we are a nation, and within our nation, we have different industries where people can generate income. In the same way that if you are living in the United States, you can go to work for different corporations, or you can do different things to generate income. You can have a lemonade stall outside your home, if it's not already regulated by these bureaucratic monsters that we have nowadays. But you know where I'm coming from. This is your opportunity to be, do, and have everything that you want through participating in an economy that is totally free, totally open to you. Everything that we have on offer, you can achieve without putting your hand in your pocket, although it may be advantageous to do that on certain occasions, and many of our members do. But it's up to you. It's never an obligation. With that said, we should be streaming live on YouTube, Twitch, and in our Facebook group, We Share Abundance Publicly. And I'm going to be heading over there right now to see if things are working as they should be. So I'm going to head over to Facebook. And when I get to Facebook, I'm going to be looking for the Facebook group, We Share Abundance Publicly. And when I get there, I'm going to scroll down and look for the 11th of December. And we've got that. And if I click on that, we should open up and there will be space for comment. I've got feedback coming through at the moment. Let me shut my speaker down. And I've probably taken people a bit by surprise because I'm on time, and often people think I'm going to be late, which I apologize for, but I am. But I am on time today. So it's good to be here. We don't have an awful lot of updates normally that we can give you on the weekend because we don't have developers working over the weekend. But there are some things that are happening right now that are interesting. One of the things I've been testing is a way that is not just simple, but easy for anyone to make money. Now, it's not free. It will cost you money. Maybe you can get started using free traffic and this sort of thing. But for making money online, you need something that has a solid product, is able to be scaled up, and can generate profits from your initial expenditure. Okay, there are lots of ways of doing this. There are lots of ways that are taught about doing this. Most of them are very difficult. So although it may be a simple process, it's not easy. But what I've put together is something that is, I believe, easy and will generate you 4 times your spend, maybe more. My average is over 4 times. And I'll be getting that out to people in the next day to allow people to see what is available, how they can do this, how, if they choose to use it or not. And it is something we can't guarantee results, but based on what I've been testing, it is something that is simple for anybody to do. They can scale it to whatever level they want, and they should be able to make 4 times or more their investment. Okay. And we've got Richard in from Devon, just down the road from me. We are getting nearer to Christmas. In fact, we are 2 weeks away from Christmas today. And there are lots of things going on, lots of things. One of the things that we attended today, we went for a little walk today after things thawed out. It was very frosty and icy. You don't want to be driving on the roads where I live when it's frosty and icy because they're like up and down and very narrow. Um, but after it thawed out, we went and we had a walk in view. And then coming back, we went to the Christmas fair for the local school, St Mark's School, and it was lovely. And they were selling apple juice, and I had to buy some. You know, you have to support the local community. And I bought this box of apple juice, which I put in the fridge with the little tap on it. And the problem is it's taking up room, and so we have to consume this apple juice as quickly as we can. And it did rather affect my effectiveness this afternoon, I must confess. However, that notwithstanding, I have made notes, I have got things ready, and tomorrow you will get that information on how you can 4 times your expenditure on something that I believe is really simple. It's a solid system that is in place for you that really anybody can do. And so that will be available to you tomorrow. We've got Kingsley in as well from Manchester, both UK. I hope nobody's too distraught about the football yesterday. The English team got knocked out of the World Cup, um, but I don't think they disgraced themselves. I think it was a good game and a good performance, and could have gone either way. And we were just unfortunate that we were on the receiving end of the result. It happened. Two very good sides. Game played in the right spirit, I think, and that's what is important. We also have the England cricket team, which is playing in Pakistan. Um, that game is finely balanced, but I think if Pakistan settle down and bat, they've got plenty of time. They've got 2 days to get a couple of hundred runs. Then they can win the second test, and that would leave it very interesting, all based on the third test match. England slipped up a little bit. They didn't score the runs that they perhaps should have done. 2 run outs. You shouldn't have 2 run outs in an innings. Um, Miscommunication, and both for people that could have scored a lot of runs in a short period of time. So I think England have to look at that particularly. Uh, if people get out playing shots or to good deliveries, and there's nothing you can do about that. Being run out shouldn't happen too often, and to get two in one innings is something that I think they've got to look at. Who else have we got in? You can't leave apple juice too long. Drink it quick before it spoils. Yeah, good advice. I got a big box though, and they said, "How big a box do you want?" I said, "I'll have the biggest." Just trying to help the school, and so it's taking up room in the fridge. However, I did make inroads into it, and we'll get rid of it as quickly as we can. Okay, we got Sammy as well from Nigeria. Um, I don't really have an awful lot of updates for you. Um, I did intend to go through the Vortic and see how much cash we've got pledged that we can put um, invoices out for. We've had more in today, more people in wanting to get their invoice and get paid up. I'm not sure we're going to hit that 10 grand, and I'm not sure what to do about it. Do I still invoice people? Do we get in at a lower level? I think I think we can. I know we can do the $2,500 level. I'm not really interested in the $5,000 level because that is locked up, and we can't do our own reinvesting at that level. So it's either 2,500 or 10,000 for me. We can certainly do the 2,500. I don't think it'll make that much difference because I think we can quickly build what we've got there to the 10 grand level. But I'll have to have a look at it and I'll come back to you with that in more detail tomorrow. Have you sent out the invoices for the Vortex? No. No, I haven't sent them out yet, Richard, because I, I really want to put it to people. I don't want people paying and not being happy with what we're doing. So the people that have said yeah, they are happy to go ahead. We'll have a look at the totals. We'll see what they are, and we'll put together what is the best option that I think, and we'll let people make their own decisions on it. And then if everybody's happy, we can go ahead and we can get started with it. Um, we've had one or two people saying, "How do we know Vortic is stable and sound?" And the honest answer is we don't. Um, but they've compared it to Medify Yielders. Medify Yielders was introduced to us by one of our long-standing members who is stalwart of our community. And even he was a little bit suspect about it. And we went into it with our eyes open and we caught a cold. I've been a lot more cautious since then. And there have been lots and lots and lots of things that have been offered, and we've looked at lots of them. But I spent a lot of time talking with Jensen, who is the principal, the CEO of Vortec, and he's a lovely man. Um, he put his hand in his pocket and he gave us $1,000 to get us started, um, just out of the kindness of his heart. He's been around just on Facebook for a number of years, posting results and helping people. And so I don't think it's anything like a similar situation to the Medify Yielders situation, which was sad, but there you go. The um, the ICANN trade, they're still struggling to get this thing working, and I'm glad we got out of that because They wanted to keep charging us every month, and we'd have paid 3 months already and still had nothing to show for it. Okay, it's only $100 a month, but they shouldn't be charging people when they're not providing what they offer. And so that was a red flag for me, really. They said they were starting with 300 people until they got it right, and then I think, ran short of cash, and so they allowed another 200 people in to get more cash in. And that was another red flag for me. Now, whether they eventually get this working and it works right or not is very debatable. Um, and so, quite honestly, I'm glad to be out of iCantrade. I started out with full of enthusiasm and hope for it. I knew who was behind it to start with, and what he told me about it, but it just hasn't materialized. And I don't think it's a good option for us. And I'm glad we're out of that. And I think that the Vortic program is a very good option. Can we guarantee that it's going to be there and not going to disappear? No, we can't. We can't guarantee that with any third party program. We don't know what's going on behind the scenes. We don't know what's happening. We know that We Share Abundance will ride over all the obstacles and will always be here for generations to come, because that's what we've planned for, that's what we are doing, and that is what is behind everything that we're doing. And I know that most of the people on this call have faith in what we're doing. And we've got a few more people in, I think. Just a minute, we've got Norman in from Doncaster and Werner from South Africa. There are other programs out there that people are enthused with. Um, and some of them are in our downline builder. Um, Programs have their ups and downs, and most of the time, something that starts off and looks like it's great hits a brick wall at some stage, and it comes down and down and down. And unless there is something unique that happens, that is going to continue falling. We have never really been in that situation. We had an amazing start because we offered something that nobody else had offered, but it wasn't sustainable. We got caught up in it, and I confess that I made errors of judgment. We paid out. We had about $4 million come in very quickly in about 6 months, and we paid that $4 million out to our members. We could perhaps have done something like on passive and said, okay, this is 4 million, that's pretty good. Let's put it here and we'll use it all for development, and we'll keep going and we'll bring more people in and we'll just keep everything going for development like they have. And they have, like 1.5 million people that have paid $100. And now you work that out, that's a lot of money. And and so it's enabled them to do a lot of things that most opportunities, businesses, nations can't do. Um, they're still struggling. They're still not getting things connected and all out there yet. I'm sure they will get there. Their motive behind doing things is the right motive, and our motive behind what we're doing is the right motive, and we'll get there. And the motive behind Avazu is the right motive, and they'll get there. I think Avazu are the closest out of the three. But Avazu can affect us. They're a third party. Can we control that? No, we can't. They are a third party, but we know a lot of what's going on behind the scenes and what's been happening. And Avazu are very sound, and they will be uh, very beneficial for us in the not too distant future. They've now allowed people, if you get, I think, if you introduce 15 people, only 10, 15 people who uh, agree to buy a ticket, they don't have to put their hand in the pocket, they agree to buy a ticket between now and the end of the month. They don't have to pay until the end of January, I think, is the deadline for it. But if you get those 15 referrals, those 15 people that say, yeah, I'll reserve a ticket, it's up to Avizu then to chase them for that. But you will then get into the round robin. So if you get 15 people that say, yeah, I'd like a ticket, whether it's a $20 ticket, $50 ticket, $100 ticket, doesn't matter. You will be in that round robin, and you will have the benefit of that. And Dave is always bending over backwards to help people. Um, he doesn't need to do it because they can go out there with the resources they have and through the celebrities and the organization that they have that they built. They've been working on this for 15 years. You know, this isn't something that just happened like that. They've been working on this for 15 years, and they have all the ducks in a row now, and they can go out and they can sell those tickets without the need for you or me. But it's not what Dave's about. Dave's about helping people, and he wants to help all these people that have helped them test their systems and get things sorted out. And so he wants to give you that opportunity to get into that round robin. It's only going to be there for the first raffle and generate some very handy cash from that. Um, and it's up to you what you do with it, but do what you can for yourself, for Avizu. The path to happiness isn't through receiving lots of money. The path to happiness is through serving lots of people. And if you do that, everything that you need in life will flow to you anyway. And we have a little prayer that is about that and an affirmation, and I'm going to get into those now. Um, we have nobody else that's in there. So we normally start with this, but I've rambled a little bit due to the apple juice, perhaps. Okay, here is our little opening prayer. Dear Heavenly Father, we are so happy and grateful for you. We ask that you bless the We Share Abundance community, that it may fill each member's heart with unconditional love, and that through that love each member finds the joy of service, and through service bless each member, Lord, that they may find true happiness and everything they need in life. Amen. And we have an affirmation that helps us keep that non-separatist mentality, where everybody is just a human being. Doesn't matter what they've been in the past. What you have been in the past is of no consequence. It's what you do today that determines your future. And we just see people, all souls, all traveling the same path, looking for happiness. And this is our affirmation to help us with that. We are so happy and grateful to be citizens of the United States of the world with God and truth as our leaders. Heavenly Father, may thy kingdom of peace come into our world as it is in heaven, and free us all from divisive inharmony, that we may become perfect citizens in body, mind, and soul of thy world. Okay. We've got Kashif Abidi saying withdrawal requests cannot be placed right now, 1 year in Pakistan. Withdrawal requests are automated from the Easy Business Builder and can be placed from the Poverty Crusher, from your available cash wallet. If you are talking about the free tokens we distribute to people every month, no, we can't withdraw those at this time because we don't have the liquidity to support the sale of the token. Even if we talked about just $10 per member, we would need $50,000 worth of demand for our tokens, and we don't have that at present. So our priority currently is to build that demand and liquidity. And if you help rather than just sit around and wait for handouts, then we'll get there quicker. We will get there anyway, but it's up to you how fast, okay? One of the things that came to mind, and I don't know why particularly, but it was a song by Elvis Presley, and I really appreciate the guys that come here on this call every day because you help me, you give me strength to carry on. And even if you weren't here, I would continue, but it just gives me that boost. And I know that you people that are on this call, the majority of you, have real faith in what we're doing, and we will be here for generations to come, long after I've gone, long after perhaps many of you have gone as well. Helping people. Our breakthrough year is going to be 2023. There is an awful lot going on in that year that is going to make big changes for everything. For our currency to be available and worthwhile on the open market, we need liquidity in that. We need demand for that, and we can do that through liquidity pools. And we are in the process of filling those liquidity pools, and the more help we get, the more will happen. And one of the things that can help that is the thing that I've been talking about, where you can get at least $4 back for every dollar you spend. But what I really wanted to say was I really appreciate you people that are on here. Sadly, we lost Russ Cowley, who was always a very staunch and positive-minded member who had total faith in what we're doing, as most of you do as well. And I know Russ Cowley would have liked this, but it's a song that came to mind. It was an Elvis Presley song, and it goes, "When no one else can understand me, everything I do is wrong. You give me hope and consolation. You give me strength to carry on. And you're always there, lend a hand in everything I do. And that's the wonder of you." And I dedicate that to you people that are on this call, to my wife who has always been there. And I honestly don't know why you love me like you do, because that's the wonder of you. And of course, God also, who through you people and through my wife supports what we're doing. And really, I don't have any news for you. There's nothing new that has happened today, except for the fact that I had intended to get out that 4-to-1 profit ratio easy money plan. Um, It's all there already now for you, but it's never been put into this way. It's never been tested in the way that I've been testing it, and that will be available for you tomorrow. Okay. And we got Michael from Nassau in the Bahamas. You know, I've never been to the Bahamas. People think because I live in Bermuda and I tended to fly around places when I was there because I was setting up offshore pension plans for major corporation. But mainly my flights were like New York, Bermuda, New York, Bermuda. They weren't down into the Caribbean so much. So I've never been to the Bahamas. But uh, it's lovely to have people from all over the world, people who are in tune with what we're doing. And what we're doing is going to be massive in 2023. We're nearly there. 3 weeks and we will be in that new year. Now, it's not going to happen, boom, on the 1st of January, but give us 3 months and you'll start to see things. Give us 6 months and you'll see a lot more. Give us 9 months and you'll be going, wow. Give us 12 months and you'll be going, I'm happy. Okay. So um, that is that is where we are now with things. There's been a long process. We've been around for about 2.5 years, 2 and 3/4 years probably now, almost. And we've had our ups and downs, but we've never diverted from the course we're on. And you people have been with us all the way, and I really appreciate you. And that is the wonder of you. I'm going to check now in our Melon app to see if we've got any people with questions from YouTube or Twitch. And we've got Lewis in from Portugal on YouTube. Lovely to see you, Lewis. It's good that you're on YouTube because it lets me know that things are working over there. But that's the only person. That's all we have. So it's a lovely day. It's Sunday. It's been very cold weather here in the UK, but it's been bright and sunny. Your future is bright and sunny with you, and we share abundance. Be Weezer warriors. Get out there, share love and abundance. It's a beautiful season for sharing and caring and loving. Just do it. Give away some coupons, help people get started, get them signed up. It's absolutely free. They can take their time, they can move quickly. It's all up to them. But just help them every step of the way. With that, I'll see you all tomorrow. Tomorrow, of course, is Monday. We will have developers back in. We'll let you know what's been going on with the programming and things. I will have got out that 4-to-1 ratio easy. Simple and easy aren't the same. This is going to be easy for anybody that chooses to do it. Okay? God bless you all. Until tomorrow, 7 o'clock p.m. London time on YouTube, Twitch, and in our Facebook group, We Share Abundance Publicly. I'll feed the same. Or, in the words of Russ, see you later, alligator, in a wild crocodile. See you later, alligator. Don't forget to smile.